Aloha, citizens of the Reject Nation, as they say, Westeros.
Yes. Hey, howdy.
I want to thank everyone who bought themselves a House of the Dragon RR exclusive t-shirt. Greg made a miscalculation when inputting an early... See, this was like the early design. This is not the design that's up on the shop. And like a fool, I ordered that one because I have a special behind-the-scenes account, and I hit add to cart for the wrong one. So now I'm rocking the wrong merch today.
Yeah,
But thanks to all who bought the correct merch.
You guys the real champions.
This is an early prototype version that Greg cobbled together, and I was like, I'm not liking the way this is looking today. It looks all right.
One of a kind now.
Looks
it's a collector's
It's a
item.
collector's edition. What are you going to do? Ladies and gentlemen, we're here for House of the Dragon episode 3 today. Excited to check this out and loving this season, especially episode 2, which was rather divisive. Did not expect that happening.
That's how it goes. We like
So
the
it goes.
stuff that everyone's mad about.
Now what are you going to do? Leave a like on this video. Tell us in the thoughts in the comments. Tell us the thoughts of the comments that you're seeing.
Thoughts and
That's
comment
what we
form.
want to hear. Thanks to Prepper for helping us edit down these highlights. Special thank you to all who have been joining our Patreon page, becoming super sexy rejects. Over there you get the full-length reaction watch-along. That's where you sync up with your own copy of House of the Dragon, and we cover several things exclusive with highlights and watch-alongs included. And once again, a great way to support the channel is by getting yourself a proper version of the House of the Dragon merch that we got. Hey, let's do it! Shogun.
Can you even get that thing up?
Well enough for killing Blackwoods.
Put the boundary stones back.
Oh, snap.
Didn't move them.
How did they move themselves then? Just rolled their way over so Bracken cows can fill their bellies on Blackwood grass.
Who are these guys?
This is our land.
They're my favorite characters, of course.
It's Brackenland.
It's the Brackens and the black
Babe
guys,
killer.
whatever.
What did you say?
Babe killer.
Oh,
Your false queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Oh.
Your uncle declared for Aegon, did he?
Oh, the divide.
yeah, we're seeing it on the ground level.
Let me tell you, Aegon Targaryen is no true king. Just as you are no true knight.
Our side is looking really ruthless right now.
True that.
You're both craven, little.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You guys are going to both become knights today.
Interesting watching it affect these guys.
You wouldn't dare.
I think you would.
Come on, Bracken.
Yo!
Whoa.
Maybe he tried.
Turn that gold cloak black.
Holy crap. Who moved the rocks?
Who moved the rocks?
Look what happened, because they moved the rocks.
Wow, wow, wow.
That is a full-on massacre.
War is just beginning on its own.
He is the basest of villains. He sullies the grave of his brother.
They got a third brother named Uruk, so just keep a lookout for him.
Yeah, Uruk and Oric and Uric.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this.
Characters are so smart.
Hotter blood has prevailed, I think.
Jealous blood.
The young men have taken the bit in their teeth they wish to punish, to avenge.
Hire Otto.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place.
That is easy enough. They usurped my throne.
That is one answer.
More layer than that.
Or was it when the child was beheaded?
How many points of no return?
Or when Aemon killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemon's eye?
Way back then.
We teeter now at the point where none of it will matter. When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten.
Rhaenys the narrator, man.
Yeah.
There may be another way. Alicent Hightower.
What about her? Like, make amends?
Yeah, reach out to your girl.
When last we met, Alicent said I would make a fine queen.
She did. I was thinking about that the other night.
There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin.
That's why Cinepals and I are constantly in strife.
And no war so bloody as a war between dragons. I do not believe she wants it.
She sent a raven.
Uh-oh.
I do not care to read her message.
Leave it on red.
What she did
It is not her but the men around her who seek bloodshed.
she permitted it.
As you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
Hoo. You know how perception goes.
Clever.
Yeah.
Alicent is in King's Landing. Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
Yeah, I mean, Alicent's is a little bit more compounding of terrible things that are obviously terrible.
Oh, it's my dude. Let's go.
You're well, Lord Hand.
Oh, nice.
Only they'll be waiting.
What kind of shitty ass hand is this guy gonna be?
He's gonna be the most flippant, petty hand imaginable.
Get your team green shirt.
And in a few scenes from now, get your team black shirt.
You've appointed new knights to the Kingsguard, Your Grace.
To replace those we lost. The last one needlessly, some might say.
Oh, careful now. Careful.
Was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge, he failed to discharge it.
He failed because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, Your Grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
As now it surely will.
As now, it already has.
Thanks, guys.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Pretender. Lord Samuel Blackwood himself is slain.
Good. First blood in our name.
Good.
Oh my god.
I'm not entirely certain we can declare this a victory.
Sure we can.
The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries. This is nothing more than an excuse for them to indulge their ancient grudge. It's no true war.
Oh, I'll tell you what's a true war.
I call it war, and so will Dragonstone. The question is, what are we going to do about it?
How can we spin this to our advantage?
Your Lord Uncle Ormond marches from Old Town at the head of a great host, Your Grace. And your brother Darren's dragon nears fighting age. Call on them to suppress the Riverlands.
The last
Darren.
Yeah, where's... They've mentioned this Darren a couple of times. I think that was the dragon that we saw in the last episode. It was over flying over the beach.
Riverlands are the key to the war. Harrenhall is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here.
You need time to raise the numbers to challenge the Rivermen.
Speed is my ally. I will turn the Crown land houses who declared for Rhaenyra to our cause. We will add their numbers to our own and then turn west.
Great trope.
Subdue the Riverlands and take Harrenhall.
Really? You're gonna do all that?
So like to be destroyed by the first stronghold you meet. Bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favor the bold.
They did not favor Sir Eric.
Yeah. Or Sir Eric.
I'll come too with Sunfire.
Aegon.
Your Grace.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention.
And what will you do if you encounter one or more of Rhaenyra's dragons?
Oh, he wants to get his hands dirty.
We'll like to encounter one if we field one of our own.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. It's a brave thought, but we cannot risk your loss.
Finally speaks up. Commands the room.
It's interesting because Aemon's been compared many times to Daemon in the past.
Yeah.
And to see like Aegon, Viserys, and Aemon sitting here, it's like the brothers are actually sharing the council. Tell us that you warned them so we know what your purpose was.
I was told you turned back from your ship to bring warning.
I was not believed at first.
You saved my life.
Wowie.
What is the life of a queen worth these days?
You wish to be rewarded.
Get some coin.
NFTs.
Yes. Got something better than coin for you.
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
You said your earnest desire was to flee Westeros.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it.
You asked for this, Rhaenyra. This is all you.
I know the workings of the Red Keep and the movements of those who serve there.
This is an unexpected turn of events.
And what is my worth to you?
I would punish the Hightowers for what they have done.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper.
Better you.
And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful.
I hope you do not confuse mercy with pliancy.
I know what pliancy means.
Yes. Define it for the people.
There's no need to treat our audience like they're not intelligent.
Of course. They're pliable. They can handle it.
Aegon and Viserys will accompany him until a place of greater safety can be found.
Tyraxes is but a hatchling. And Stormcloud...
I want you to go with them.
Getting involved.
They have sent one assassin in the night, and their dragons are ever a short flight away. You must take the little ones further. To Pentos, I think.
Oh, man.
When my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros.
Just gotta have to overcome the trauma.
It breaks my heart to send my boys away, not knowing when I will see them again. But you have seen what may befall them here. Rhaenyra,
Get your head in the game.
I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot.
Wow. You gotta grow up quick.
Guard them as a dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister?
I need Baela here.
Because she has a dragon.
I cannot promise to make you happy. But I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly, for all of us.
I think she's a damn good leader.
She's the only one with a level head, despite intense and often crippling emotion and reason not to have a level head. Wow. Ominous.
So what's Daemon's plan here?
You know, FSU.
Oh, which house is this crap? What a cool set.
Ah, man, those gauntlets make your hands so big and clunky.
I love the cinematography of this one. Lighting is very cool. It's like an early 2000s movie.
Yeah. It's
like Underworld.
Like Underworld. I was about to say. Yeah. Underworld Dragonstone.
That rainy blue.
Yeah.
Walks through here like he's holding a gun.
I know. I was like, turn on your laser sight.
Love that shot of the dragons in the back.
Woo.
I don't think there's dragons, but whatever. Pretty sweet tracking shot.
What we got? Wow. Wow. Hey.
No, it's still occupied. Okay.
I'm claiming Harrenhall.
Apparently so.
And I offer my services.
Harrenhall. That's right. Of course, Harrenhall.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhall, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name.
Simon Strong.
I swear this by the old gods and the new.
So simple.
For his venison with black cabbage and peas. No red currant. Sorry about that.
Off with your head. This guy's related to Larys.
What an easy claim.
Yeah.
I've survived many a battle I do not mean to be felled by poison peas.
I'll admit that my cook's peas aren't exactly the stuff of legend, but poison?
Well, it's an easy way to kill a dragon rider.
Let's take one of their bowls.
If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome here.
And what of your lord, Larys Strong? He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine.
Clubfoot?
Yeah, that's right.
He's a scourge upon this castle and this family.
Hey, you put respect on that, Larys.
Do you not think it strange that his father...
And his brother.
My nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his son too.
It's a total coincidence.
Here, in this damp place.
You got a fire going right there.
It was the first fire here since Velaryon ended the line of Harren the Black. Even in summer, we struggle to light the hearths. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
You call me Your Grace.
Ooh, look out now.
I'd only assumed that as consul...
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption.
You could make an ass out of you and me.
Your Grace.
My dude.
What then brings you to our corner of the Riverlands?
Harrenhall is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. Or perhaps that has escaped your attention.
Well, it is also, not to be argumentative, in something of a state of disrepair. Your forebear incinerated much of it with his dragon.
Well, that is precisely why we must bring it into a state of repair.
Even if we possess the coin, my prince.
My Grace. You say my Grace.
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
To what possible end?
There are 40,000 swords in the Riverlands, the largest undeclared host in the realm. Only Harrenhall is of a size enough to garrison them.
It's the key to everything.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
There's just rocks.
Yeah.
The answer to that is lost in time.
Answer that is lost in time, just like how our war is lost in time.
That's right. It's just like Rhaenys said.
Summon your Lord Paramount so that I may treat with him myself and turn them to our cause.
That would be Lord Grover Tully, but he grows frail.
Lord Tully.
Perhaps the presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts.
If you are successful, well, when you are successful, what then?
Yeah, what's in it for us?
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
Oh, jeez.
It's a big chair made of swords.
Yes, sir. And it's cursed. God,
Interesting what they're doing with Daemon. Is he doing this just for himself now? None of these actions seem like they're in the name of Rhaenyra anymore.
Your host is mustered and ready
yeah,
to
it's
march.
right on the line.
Oh my God. Oh, you're even worse looking now.
Oh, the haircut.
Dude.
The makeover. This is not a glow
Dude, he
up.
did the Jim Carrey.
He did this. I like it a lot.
May I present my brother, Sir Gawain Hightower? Arrived last night from Oldtown.
Sir Criston,
Gawain Hightower, huh?
how exhilarating to arrive at court after 3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father, who served 3 kings faithfully, unseated as Hand of the King.
Oh, this is a great icebreaker.
And by a man from such modest beginnings, the giddying ascent the gods have bestowed on you.
Sure.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
I think there's an undertone to that, guys.
It's all
I
compliment.
think I'm picking up on undertones here.
We have a full complement, Your Grace.
Then you shall have a fuller one.
Wow, the strife and tension between these two is building.
No one is more delighted than I. to march out to war with the Dornishmen.
God, look at his Hightower sigil.
That nod was like a, I got this covered thing. Like, I'll kick his ass for you, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, sis, I got this.
And request that she grant her favor, that her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings in his heart.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm good, dog.
Your Grace.
There's no love in that. There's no love in that look. She's done with you, man. This guy's gonna live for so long, I just know it.
Criston?
Yeah, he's gonna make it further than anyone.
Then we must seize the hour and act before our enemy does. They have penetrated our castle walls, and now the Riverlands are aflame after the Battle of the Burning Mill.
The Burning Mill, there you go.
There has been no word from Prince Daemon, Your Grace.
Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause.
Don't send them all at once.
And burn those who resist.
No.
That's not how she rules.
If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. Fear of it is in itself a weapon. The Greens will make the same calculation.
Why do you laugh?
We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone. The Vale and the North will send men. We must give Daemon time.
You have witnessed firsthand just how vulnerable you are. Prince Daemon is abroad, and Aegon's factions are enraged at the death of his son. You have never been so exposed.
Perhaps it is time for you to think about secreting yourself somewhere safe.
Oh, no.
Secreting?
A panic room.
While we remain here as a source of distraction for the enemy.
And we will do all the ruling for you.
Yes.
You propose to conduct the war in my absence?
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason. You are fortunate you took it no further.
She's even fighting to retain respect here.
Yeah.
Council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Conciliator, a prudent ruler, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
Yeah, y'all remember that.
Comma, bitches.
Because we'll get a show about them someday.
Yep.
I bade farewell to Rhaenyra before I returned.
I wish her well.
Cool, she'll be fine.
I would fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but prattling babes.
One of those babes is your heir.
Joffrey.
It's nice that they have one couple in this show that still gets along.
It would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods if Rhaenyra were named heir to Driftmark.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra, Lord of the Tides.
Yeah.
The girl knows nothing of ships, nor even of dragons.
There is Rhaenyra or there is Joffrey.
You go with Rhaenyra. You go Rhaenyra.
Both soon to be far from the creak of ships and the ocean's roar.
Then we must hope to
make another.
See our way forward in time.
And if there is no time,
gotta choose.
We are at war, Corlys.
You're afraid of death right now.
Then it is well that I am a good sailor.
Yeah, the best sailor.
I have much to attend to.
Corlys.
I wonder if Corlys is going to die this season.
I hope not, but he is getting up there.
I cannot spare a fighting dragon, but I send what I can. Stormcloud and Tyraxes are small, but they will grow.
Wow.
It is for you to remind Lady Jane of her pledge and persuade her of the urgency of our need.
For show.
Go safely, sister. I will be safe enough, far away from any danger, with only babes to nurse me.
I want to see some action.
We each do what we can, and here, I think, is some consolation.
Tyraxes and Stormcloud are young and vulnerable.
Oh.
These eggs are even more fragile.
Yeah.
But should all come to ruin here, you will bear our hope for the future.
You are the seed.
The amount of pressure.
One blonde baby in there. Oh, 2 blonde babies in there. Moment of sisterly bonding.
Outside of Daemon, the sides on House Black usually proceed with this level of nervousness.
Yeah.
I feel sad about Jaehaerys, but I ought not to, I think.
Why?
People die all the time, especially babes.
People are murdered every day.
They're so little, so they're taken so easily.
Sadness is a condition of motherhood.
There's naught to be gained from it.
Sure there is.
That horrid procession where the small folk all stared at me. I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies.
Oh, well, fair.
You have as much claim to grief as anyone.
Take it. It's yours.
I don't want it. Helena,
I forgive you.
What?
Does she not know that she needs forgiveness?
I said that I forgive you.
Okay, she does.
I think she's just taken aback.
Yeah.
There are rumors that the king readies himself to fly to war.
What is it to you?
Only that I think it would benefit all of us to prevent our king from being brutally slain by our enemies and his body parts scattered to beasts and his court come to ruin. Would you not agree?
It's a pretty compelling argument.
He wanted to be hand.
There are diverse rumors whispered on the streets of your city. One such is that your grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them.
But the other?
Another is that his grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Criston, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence.
Is that a real whisper?
With Prince Daemon at her side. Absurd, of course.
Oh, man. Stirring the pot.
Who spreads these lies?
Mostly me.
Me.
Lord Larys, my father, always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. And yet, I find myself wanting for one.
I love the drama.
I should be glad of your talents.
I like to know what people are saying about me.
You honor me, Your Grace.
Shall we escort you to the dragon pit, Your Grace?
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
My dude.
It does seem wise on reflection.
Not with us, my king. Sir Martin has a new squire that wants bedding in.
Oh, these guys.
He's never a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, Your Grace.
He's not just your buddy anymore. He's your actual king, guys.
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh, Grace.
He's a really damn good actor.
Yeah.
He's evolved so much.
And his like little preoccupations and like little moments where he's like clearly somewhere else. Like there's so much in his face.
Like watching the way the loss and pain / power is all slowly like overtaking his soul.
And they're all converging like at the same time.
Yeah. It's a really great performance.
I've had quite a day of it.
Yeah? Not sure I'm much for talking. Although, you know, a wet whistle works wonders.
Sure, guess this man's some ale.
Although it said even dawn mourned the passing of my grandsire, is that so?
Who was your grandsire?
What?
They call him the Conciliator.
Yeah, buddy.
King Jefferson. I really shouldn't be telling you this. It could cost me my head.
You are saying you're a Targaryen?
I put ash in my hair.
I'm the son of Balon the Brave.
Really?
Bastard brother to Prince Daemon.
And the late King Viserys. Uncle to the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Is he telling the truth?
I have no idea.
A dragon seed must watch his own neck when he has no white-cloaked guardsman to do it for him.
You do not look very much like King Viserys.
Why would he just offer up this information?
He speaks truth right enough. Look, you can tell by his hair.
Yeah, because I'm their half-brother, you.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair. The rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Viserys Velaryon.
Oh, yeah.
He's your other nephew.
Yikes.
Drinks for all, at the pleasure of the crown.
You like me now, right?
Does the crown actually put down money for that, or is it just free?
I mean, the kingdom has like a certain amount of coin.
Are they actually coming back and being like, here's the coin we owe you?
Did I tell you I came here as a lad? It's a little tame, but a good a place as any to get it with.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Whoa!
Wow.
Holy crap.
That's new on HBO.
They just showed that? Damn.
That is, yeah.
Got to be good. That's you. Her name is Sylvie or Chelsea or.
I can't believe they just showed that. Oh, there's his bro.
Hey, what's up? Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Aemon the Fierce! You have come so far, and
You shouldn't be in these parts.
you still lie with your very first. What a fine, sweet thing.
Still lie with your first. Oh my god.
You see, I do not exaggerate. Such is the madam's prowess that even now my brother will not sample another.
Hey, he's a sweet-hearted boy, okay?
She's now very much occupied.
Don't do something in haste, Daemon.
Oh boy. Get on your dragon. Whoa. Whoa.
Dang.
Let's go.
Your squire is welcome to her.
Good for him.
Damn, he's just leaving full Monty.
He didn't have to put her down. He just get away with like NC-17 stuff now?
I guess so, yeah.
Or is it like the rules just changed? Or it's like it's not
HBO.
It's not, like I'm like, that's shocking.
They don't. I know they don't have the same.
There's definitely a time you couldn't do that.
Yeah. And I mean, HBO's always been one to push those boundaries, but I would be fascinated to know who decides that for cable. Read it.
Sir Gawain! Out!
No.
On the cold, hard ground, which is why we make for the Bull, a tavern with an excellent reputation on the Rosby Road, not 2 miles away, if memory serves.
We march to make the first strike in the name of His Grace.
I assure you, my nephew will not begrudge me a night of comfort.
Yeah.
If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light.
Is there a dragon?
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Yep.
Get to the trees!
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, Shazbot. God, what a beautiful design on that dragon.
Oh my God. Is she going to go for it?
Oh my God. Oh God. Kids and Dragons, boy.
It's like when you're playing Red Dead Redemption, you decide to do a side quest.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's just one big open world sandbox.
Whoa. Cool.
And the sound design, too.
Wow. Unleash.
Wow.
Unleash your flames.
Cook 'em. Cook 'em.
Burn the forest down.
Yes. Yeah. Destroy nature. Oh, God. Come on.
Tears in his eyes.
Yeah, I guess you probably hear a lot about dragons, but
yeah,
it's probably quite an event seeing one.
These Dragon Rider POV shots, play like mounted cameras, are really well done in this episode.
A good showing, Sir Criston. I'm in your debt.
They know we're abroad, they'll be hunting. And we must move under the trees and by cover of dark starting tonight. And no inns.
No parties.
Sir Criston Cole, with some half-dozen other knights, I'm sure of it. Perhaps a scout party for a greater army.
The Ravens confirm it, Your Grace. Lord Farringer's reported a larger force moving northeast towards Rosby.
How the hell did you recognize Criston Cole?
Could you be certain it was Cole from such a great height?
Oh, I'd see his aura anywhere.
It's just like it was the back of his head.
Yeah.
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't.
We commend the Lady Baylor for her sharp eyes, but we can tarry no longer.
They explained it. She has sharp
She
eyes.
has sharp eyes.
His outfit, I guess.
Prince Daemon has Caraxes.
Cole will look to increase his numbers.
Keep it together, Rhaenyra.
May call upon a dragon of his own. This is why you must act now, Your Grace.
Keep it together, Rhaenyra.
Loose the dragons, root Cole out, and burn him.
She has like zero stability.
I have heard your arguments and will consider them.
It's that fight for composure.
Give me 10. Hey. Spread off a little bit. Whoa.
He's playing like a nightmare he's having. Getting
Wow.
total Witcher vibes right now.
Totally. Yeah.
I think he's just having a nightmare.
Yeah.
Always coming and going, aren't you?
Oh my God, is it young Rhaenyra?
Oh, whoa. Is she back?
Got her to make it Millie
I have
Alcock?
to kill
Yeah! No way. Cool way to do it.
Good cat. Oh, wow. That is quite a dream.
So that boy's...
So that boy's head back on. Left Rhaenyra to fix.
Oh, he's
all
feeling
this.
haunted by those actions, actually.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, then going off of the argument that he had in the last episode of who she was when she was younger and how she viewed him.
Yeah. Whoa.
You will die in this place.
That wasn't the voice I was expecting.
Nope. Wait, where are you going?
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage or kill her outright?
I would speak with her myself.
Just a conversation.
If war can be averted, it is my duty to avert it. I have reason to believe she may be of the same
And
opinion.
in a day, she's not the one who's really in charge.
I must see her face to face.
You must sneak her in.
Yeah, it's just got to be right there confrontation.
She is the Queen Dowager. She goes nowhere without many eyes watching her, unless
They're going to bring back the faces thingy?
there are fishing boats aplenty in the bay. The city depends on them.
Oh, they're going to do that.
But if I'm recognized?
You may be surprised to learn it, but most folk pay no mind to a woman who has not dressed as a queen or lured herself with the eyes of men.
Yeah, just put a sack robe on and you're good.
Draw a mustache.
Yes.
Or do I scale the wall and enter at her window?
There is one place Alicent goes, outside the castle walls, where you may yet find her alone.
And that place is...
Every day at 11 a.m., she crosses through the city. There's one tunnel where the people can't see
best
and the cameras
coffee
can't
is.
go. Yeah, it's a special spot where she goes to get all the best mead.
She's doing this in the daylight.
I guess so. Did she do that thing where she rubs mud in her hair?
Whoa. That's a look.
Dang, she looks like she could be in Dune. What if she does get recognized?
No one really knew her face.
Well, and that's the thing is that the other guys were talking like, you know, how would you know Daemon if you even saw him? Do you even know what he looks like? Yeah. It's like most people, these are all just names.
Damn, right there.
Oh my God.
Where's your sunglasses, Rhaenyra?
Where's your black baseball cap?
Psst, psst. Hey, Alicent. Psst. Hey, over here. You know, there's like a billion other candles here.
Yeah.
Coming up to me right here. It's so rude.
You really got to pray right next to me.
No.
I just have this knife as a precaution.
I must speak with you.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. Weird.
Your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you.
Oh, really matter of fact.
Yes.
And then what? Oh, I've begun badly.
No. I have begun badly.
We start again.
These negotiations have gone off to a poor start.
Let's just forget I was here. Let's take it back to one.
We watched the tourney together, you and I.
Uh-huh.
The day my brother was born.
Right. Episode 1.
We knew even then that men trained up for battle are eager to fight, to seek blood and glory.
But as women, you must stop that.
I know you do not have that desire within you.
I could. You don't know.
Just to influence the whole council.
Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come.
So you've come to surrender then?
Oh, come on.
I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. My dragons are restless. They smell battle. But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now.
Why now?
You have no army. Your allies turn from you and they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime. I could never have imagined you...
The trespass was not mine. Oh, think what you will.
Ugh.
I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that act with all my heart.
Of course you do.
Oh.
I'm usurping my rightful inheritance.
Say what Viserys said in bed, then clarify what Viserys said in bed.
Wait. You mean the legend he told me about Aegon the Conqueror?
Have you now stooped so low that you will countenance the suffering and death of thousands in order that your feckless son...
Your father changed his mind.
Oh, so you say.
Here we are.
I saw the king that night. Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. A right he upheld steadfastly every day of his life after my mother died.
Why would he just change? Yeah, come on.
And yet you will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant. I will. You lie.
What did he say? Ask what he said.
My father loved me, Alicent, and I believe he loved you too.
Get the specifics.
Did you betray him at the very last?
Tell her what he said.
He changed his mind, Rhaenyra. He changed his mind. I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother.
Say what he said.
Yeah, what did he say?
Jesus
Context.
Christ. This is so frustrating.
I pronounced before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
Oh, now she's questioning if her dad actually changed his mind.
What did he tell us? Oh.
What did he say at the end?
Yes.
Thank you. Please. You better be so specific.
Yes.
Did he speak my name?
He did not.
Come on. All the flames.
Oh, this is so hurtful.
Come on.
He was weary. It was hard at times to understand, but he spoke Aegon's name.
And what other words?
But, yeah. Phil.
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What?
I desire peace as you do, but to possess...
The prince that was promised.
Oh my God. Let's get this going.
Yeah, come on.
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire.
Yes.
It's a story he once told about Aegon the Conqueror.
Oh.
Come on, put it together.
The Conqueror.
Okay, so this is awkward.
We're both like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
There's been a mistake. There's been no mistake. Please.
Yes, there is. Yeah, you know there's a mistake.
You can prevent this, Alicent.
There was a misunderstanding.
A terrible war is looming, and even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind you. There's been no mistake.
Oh, Alicent, you bitch. You bitch.
You know she can't. Oh.
My father has gone from court. Collys on the march, Daemon.
I mean, yeah, what can she do now? Like, just freaking, she'll get beheaded, man. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
She can't do anything. But damn.
It's too late, Rhaenyra.
Alicent.
At least admit you made a mistake. At least just give her that affirmation.
Hey, sorry. Oh.
At least the truth is out there, and Alicent's stuck to her path.
Yeah.
Worried about the death of thousands as they stand before these candles that honor the dead.
Yeah.
As this Dune music plays.
Yes. And as Rhaenyra looks more Bene Gesserit than ever before.
Yeah. Damn, I was about to be so pissed at the show if they didn't have that conversation. I was so pissed. Oh, man,
Guest starring Millie Alcock.
That's on the edge of my seat there. Oh, shit, son.
God, episode 3, I can't believe we already got that. Can't believe we got that confrontation here.
Alrighty, another solid episode of House of the Dragon. A lot of thick information this one. It's starting to feel more like Game of Thrones in the sense of like, I got some shit to keep up with.
I gotta create my own little Bible.
Like a little map of things. I'm like, wait a minute, who's who again?
Map of people, some family trees,
like
a
new
couple of
characters now.
allegiances
Right.
from the old times.
Yeah, now it's become, because like season 1 was so like kind of focused on just a certain few characters, and now they're like cutting around in so many.
Yeah.
And now we're introducing new characters too. Like even just starting off here with these 2 houses, I'm like, where are these houses? I don't know.
Yeah, the Brackens and the Black Walls or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, who are these guys exactly?
Blackwells.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought that was kind of neat too, because yeah, like unless you've like read the book and you know 100%, like it's minus the part where you're like, I hope I didn't miss a piece of context. Like it is fun to be like thrown into just the other parts of this world and seeing how all of this is trickling down, you know?
Yeah, it still shows the demonstration of what's to come on a smaller scale just between two houses in this one camp that are feuding with each other. So it still demonstrates something of significance, even if you're like, I'm sure there's plenty of people like John and I were like, who are these guys? I don't know.
Yeah, am I supposed to know who these people are? Well, it's a nice tone setter. I think it was a really nice prologue because it plays directly into that theme that Rhaenys brings up about, like, you know, pretty soon we're going to be fighting and we're not even going to know why. And it's like these 2 houses have been looking for a reason to scuffle forever. And now they just happen to find the right combination of circumstances to pop this off.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yeah, whatever reason we both hate each other, now it's, you know, the legacy of the crown and that conflict. And, you know, here we go.
Well, I like this episode really showing both camps losing trust. Like there's something, I forget which character said it in season 1, but it's a common thing amongst like fantasy and stuff, is like the thing that could tear down House Targaryen or tear down a kingdom is from within itself. Yeah. Essentially, not really the outside. Like they look at like war and such as the thing that will ultimately lead to the destruction, but they keep setting up these like chess pieces with all of our characters to show that a lot of the demise of how some of these things might come to be, or lack of foresight on things that might come to be, can be due to just conflicts that are happening within the houses themselves.
Yeah.
You see the tension and strife here with like Criston. You see what's like even with Aemon, we see just how much out for blood he is, and then to be embarrassed by his king brother in that moment. Like if his brother wasn't king, he would have whooped his ass.
Oh yeah.
But because his brother is king, he had to control himself. By the way, good on him. He let show his package.
He showed his whole
looked like his real package. Good for him, man.
I was like,
good for him. It's not often you get the male actor to show their full package.
Yeah, man.
And he did it. Utmost confidence. Millions of people knowing.
Monty.
Proud of you, buddy.
Full Aemond.
Proud of you, buddy. And
if you're watching, good job.
But yeah, like it's like with the way Aegon rules, where he is just the actor's brilliant. Forgive me for not knowing his name. Do you know his name? I don't know his name. Okay. So yeah, I mean he's brilliant. Like watching how this collision of internal pain and power is all just like morphing his entire being, and also a bit of that like Homelander-esque quality of now that I am ruler, I wish to be liked. I wish to be appreciated, because I remember in the episode where he was crowned, there was a moment when he was crowned and the crowd cheered for him, where he was like,
it's the first time. Yeah. He's like, oh, this is part of being king. I could get used to this.
Yeah, so he wants people to revere him.
He wants the spoils, yeah.
Yeah. And what consequences might arise from that? And then on Rhaenyra's end, things are in disarray. She's sending people left and right. Her own council's beginning to doubt her, so maybe it's not as cunning as it is on this other side. There's still it's not solid ground that they are occupying on. Like both camps have leaders, and neither camps have followers that truly trust their leaders. And when you have a situation like that, it could be destruction on that end, you know?
Because so many people are also thinking like, well, what am I going to have to do if us as a council isn't able to do, whatever is in the best interest of the realm, or our, hold on power or whatever. And it's cool to see the contrast, like the compare and contrast, because it's like both Rhaenyra and Aegon have, these warring councils, except Aegon's is more just like, everyone's kind of self-serving, and they're in the position of like posh and power, so like they're kind of all throwing their weight around in different ways, whereas with Rhaenyra you get the sense that everyone is a bit more desperate, and yes, could be playing power games, but also I always feel like we're more on the back foot and everyone's a little bit more desperate when we're there, and so they're always like, you got to strike first, and we're constantly checking in, especially through Rhaenyra, with the fact that like whatever we're thinking here, Alicent et al. Are probably thinking there. So it's like watching people figure out how to get steps ahead of their opponents, and also maybe considering the good of the realm in the process.
We don't need to do that.
Nah. It's always funny when they cut back to the small folk, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. This is who all this is for. Who we barely ever check in with or care about.
That scene at the end, though, when Rhaenyra finally gets to confront Alicent.
Oh,
talk about tension building. I think they were totally toying with the audience in that moment.
Yeah, they knew you were yelling at the TV.
Say it. Because if you say it, maybe we can prevent this shit.
That's exactly what he said.
Like, a war is going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
But at least you want this laid out on the table, because to think all this has been... Because that's the thing. It's a great thing what Rhaenys pointed out. Like, it's easy to chalk up to. It's a misunderstanding. She misunderstood what Viserys said in the bed, right? It's a really easy thing to chalk it up to, but we all know that prior to that, there was already a lot of planning and trying to usurp Rhaenyra from the throne. They wanted to get rid of her, and they didn't trust that a woman could lead, and all these things. There was a whole bunch of things that Aegon should be the one crown. That's why they were like, oh, boom, we got the green light. Let's go.
People were so ready to believe anything that would, make it so that Aegon's the heir. Yeah.
And then they also had the moment, too, amongst the council, after Alicent tells the council, they're like, all right, enact the operation. And they were already like talking about it without Alicent knowing.
Yeah.
So, it's like you want this scene to take place, but it won't make a difference,
Well, and that's the power of the drama there, and I love the way they played that whole scene back and forth, like from the initial, like there were little flashes, because obviously they've grown so much over time. They're both under huge amounts of pressure. They're both in way different places than when we left them as friends in the past.
Yeah,
and yet you still see like the young girls within them kind of come out a little bit here and there, and just little mannerisms of that kind of like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
and the back and forth between them, especially when you get to the end, and especially when Alicent is like, is just reaffirming her stance, but not really doing that, is basically just going like, it's too late now. Like, this information, like I can only imagine, as much as, you know, Alicent has been sort of the perpetrator of many questionable acts and you know, chain reactions on this show. It is one of those things where, again, they always bring me back to this weird sympathy, because I'm like, man, right now you must be feeling the weight of the fact that like a simple misunderstanding that you delivered to everybody has been a large part of all this. And I like too that they go through that hierarchy of like, when did this begin? You know, was it when was it when your son was killed? Was it when Lucerys took Aemon's eye? Like, how many points of no return have we been past at this point, you know, mounting to this? And this is the worst one of them, and it falls on her.
Yeah. Well, you're better than I, because I have zero sympathy for her. Not an ounce.
I mean,
deserves death.
I feel sympathy for the girl she used to be, and
she has to take accountability.
I mean, she should.
She has to take accountability.
She should, but
John,
she's screwed now.
You feel all the sympathy you want.
She has to double down on the lie.
Sway you away from
I'll
your
hate
empathetic
her
side.
more next week.
I don't want you to. We need some more of that empathy.
And I bet the
and
truth
I'll
is going
bring
to come out
the
of her
black
at
and
some
white
point.
thinking. Death to her.
Yes.
Death.
She is 100%
right in the jugular.
evil.
And on top of that, let's harass this actress's social media account.
Yes, in fact, let's do that.
I feel like that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Is that if there's a character we hate, we harass the actor in real life to let them know.
That's what Rhaenyra would want. To
Rhaenyra
prove
would
our
want.
allegiance to the Targaryen bloodline, we need to the House of Black, I should
look
say.
I need to look her name up so that way I could Cooke, something like that.
Yes.
Cookie Cook.
Cookie.
Cookie Cook.
Her name is Cookie. Cookie the actress. Yeah. Well, and then I'll take up the White Knight stance. I'll be out here on social media being like, no, you guys.
No, we got to do it.
Queen.
We'll all feel better about we'll all feel better about ourselves knowing this is the way.
If we could drive all the Greens
something
off
that has
social
already
media.
been shot and produced and is going to be airy week.
Let's drive the actress who plays Alicent off social media. Let's drive the actor who plays Sir Criston Cole off social media.
Let's do it. And then let's send everyone on the
Let's
Alcock.
drive Rhys Ifans off social media.
Yeah, in that scene, I think there's a lot of really great unspoken moments between them as well. Like, you could see when Rhaenyra is starting to doubt herself, like, oh, maybe my dad did actually change his mind at the last minute. And even when talking about what were his final words, not feeling like she's not even mentioned, the sadness there, or even down to Olivia Cooke, I think is her name.
Olivia Cooke?
Yeah,
there you go. You got it. Winner. Now we know who to drive
now
off
we
the
know
internet.
who to harass and treat her as if she's actually Alicent.
Who to conflate with the character they play on TV.
If you see her going to get an espresso from a Starbucks,
yes,
you yell at her.
Behead her. Shame her in public and drag her body through the streets as an example to the small folk.
This is the smart thing to do. So with her performance, even when she is realizing like, oh shit, I done messed up.
Oh yeah.
There is that weight of I can't really do anything about it now, and I'm not gonna, succumb to the responsibility and perhaps the guilt of this mistake, because maybe I wanted to believe what Viserys said instead of questioning what Viserys said.
Everything easier.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of great. This is a great acting scene of a lot of things being said without them actually saying it.
She's gonna become like Lady Macbeth by the end of this. She's gonna be so like driven out of mind by all these circumstances.
And it's interesting with like MVP character Daemon, like the most beloved one, who's kind of used sparingly in these last 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for a second, like, oh, this might be like the Daemon episode with the amount of focus we got at him taking Harrenhall.
Harrenhall, yeah.
Yet that scene was a good one, and it just makes you kind of question Daemon's motives. It's beginning to lose. I thought it was a little bit more complex, and I felt like he was doing this in the name of Rhaenyra, but now it seems like he might just be, especially that whole like, you address me as your grace.
I feel like he does everything. He seems like the kind to like play both sides or play both aspects simultaneously. Like, yeah, you know, if Rhaenyra does make it through and all this kind of pans out well for her, then yeah, I guess I'm doing this on both of our behalf. But I don't think he's probably very optimistic about that. And so, yeah, this is also contingency for him. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Corlys might die.
No, I love Corlys.
I like the Hightower brother.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like a good foil for Criston.
Yeah. Although he's got to get his courage up. Criston came out looking better in that situation. Unfortunately, I was ready for the brother to take him down.
It's because Criston knew to look to the sky.
That's right. He did. He's, you know, hate him all you want. He's got a few sharp instincts, that Criston Cole.
I really don't like him.
He's the worst.
He's the real villain.
Absolute worst. And I haven't seen, like, I want to watch some interviews with that guy, see what his personality's actually like, because all I know of him is this, and I hate this guy.
The one scene that really stood out to me as being very freaking weird was the scene with what is his? I don't know his name. The dude who's the bastard brother to Viserys and Daemon.
Oh, Ulf or whatever.
Yeah.
Ulif.
Whatever. Beowulf.
His Targaryen.
His scene, whilst giving us the information, I'm like, homie, you were just divulging this to somebody you just met, and why? I missed why he would do that. Like it just kind of read as weird to me, and then like they need to give this information to the audience because they're setting up a character. That's more of what it read to me as. I don't know if there's actually like a respect from knowing who he was talking to, or he likes to throw this information out there and be like, hey, don't tell anybody, because he knows it might wield some power in some way. Like, but either way, it did read kind of weird to me. And the way that information just sort of came out of him.
Yeah, it's like the way he offers it up, and too, it just has me sitting here being like, is he telling the truth, or is he spinning some kind of web? I guess.
I feel like we wouldn't have cut him if he wasn't telling the truth. I mean, that was his whole scene.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but wonder how many people have cooked up a scheme like this, but also, I suppose, if he's just telling this to, like, taverners, it must be true. I guess you would more want to spin this lie to someone with power rather than just people out of a night drinking. But I'm sure he's going to come into play, and I'm sure he's going to be a wrench in various gears, because he seems like a figure who's, you know, between all of it. Even if he does have allegiance to Rhaenyra, which he does express. I don't know. I don't know yet. He seems like a boisterous, affable guy, so I hope his presence bodes well, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But you guys let me know how you're feeling, please.
Yeah, leave us your emotions.
There is a bit of, have we reached too many characters? there is a bit of that. I mean, I know Game of Thrones, even in its prime years, was great at juggling so many storylines and so many characters. But it does get to, there's some characters here where they will cut to, and I start to wonder, are there too many now where it's feeling like a disservice to some? Like, I don't know, like the Helena scene kind of comes to mind. Like, I like the scene, like a lot of the scene. There's not a single scene I don't like. It's just there's so much that's happening with characters now.
Yeah,
that it's easy to forget about. Oh yeah, this happened in this episode is more so the feeling that I have.
Yeah, or whenever Bela and her sister show up, I'm like, oh, that's right, you guys are here too, and she's got a whole like assignment now here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's.
Even the way like some of the Aemon storylines being treated too, you know.
Yeah, you don't feel as though you're as immersed in certain things. I don't know. It to me, it's a question of, with Game of Thrones, I feel like the map felt really wide, and the different spots on the map felt really distinct. And also you had like way more readily separated houses, whereas here you have like, you know, an intermingling of like, you have the prominent names that are at the top of the tier right now are Targaryen and Hightower, and then you have all these other names that are familiar if you know Game of Thrones, but I feel like the distinctions between all of them aren't quite as vivid, or aren't, I don't know, we just haven't had cause to like travel in the way, I guess, that would make these things feel a little more like anytime we're not in King's Landing or Dragonstone, I have to sort of like remind myself, okay, where Harrenhall? Okay, where are we again? Like, and yeah, like Game of Thrones, I feel like some of those things were a little bit easier to. I feel like we put effort into paying the attention, into picking up these names, into like, you know, re-upping on the info outside of the video between things. But I feel like if a show is doing a good enough job, a lot of things will stick. And so, yeah, I feel like maybe that's one element that could be a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I would suggest they do, because I've loved a lot of the stuff we've been focusing on, but there are times where I feel a little dizzy and I'm a little bit like, wait, hold on, let me orient myself again.
Wait, what are these names again?
yeah, like it does count on you just sort of like logging information the second it comes up, and then it might not come up for 2 or 3 episodes, but you best remember when it does. So it does keep you on your toes. I would be curious to hear what other people's experience of that is too.
Who are not book readers.
If you're a book reader, you know all of
you have way more of an advantage keeping up with the shit.
Yeah.
But if you're not a book reader, is at times do you find yourself going, wait a minute, huh?
And I mean too, it's a common thing across all these fantasy stories, but you know, names that are similar to other names and stuff like that.
Like I got so confused at the Harrenhall scene. I thought for sure that was where Viserys went and confronted to try to reign.
I thought it was too. It certainly felt like that.
That was
the Lord who's it's Baratheon or whatever.
Was it a Baratheon
or was it a Tully? I think it was a Baratheon.
Who is the?
I was watching this again just recently.
The guy who was in this show, the game. Who was the guy who killed John Wick's dog?
Oh yeah. Alfie.
What's his house?
Greyjoy.
I think it was a Greyjoy.
They mentioned a Greyjoy in one of these episodes.
They mentioned a Greyjoy in the first episode. Well, I think Aemon's there to be married to someone. I don't know. I remember.
I'll go back and rewatch the finale again.
I'm starting to lose track of it. I am sorry. I am starting to lose track. I've rewatched the whole thing to attention to avoid this, and it's already like happening.
Well, no, yeah, same.
but no, like that location, because he's saying that's where. Unless I'm complete, and again, we're obviously not know-it-alls. Like we want to know, and I'm hoping the best we can do for people who haven't camera pointed us is have some people identify with us on this. Is that that scene looked exactly like that? But I remember when the Strongs they went back, like Rhaenyra, the people who were really the father of Rhaenyra's children, and they went back to their hometown that burned. They were like on carriages and they rode into there, and it didn't look like a stormy land island.
It didn't appear as this place that's like on a rock in the middle of the sea with like just no other land. So like, and that's what I'm talking about with like the geography doesn't feel quite as defined there.
Yeah, I was legit confused.
Same, because then he's talking like, oh yeah, and it's been scorched by dragonfire and everything. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, we must have.
When did that happen?
I'm like, do we collect retribution off screen, or am I just forgetting? There's some pretty memorable dragon sequences here.
I'm like, when did that line drop? Because I totally missed that line.
I was like, this is way more populated. It looked just as dreary the last time we spent good time here, but also it was certainly more populated.
Yeah, there's moments like that where I am getting confused. But the main meat and potatoes of the journey is really rewarding and rich every time.
Yeah, and this is all stuff that you take these things and you go, okay, I'll go do that homework and go, refresh my memory a little bit.
Like those aren't like big emotional scenes. Like in terms of the emotional scenes and the ones that really are the life or death stakes scenes or something to that regard. Like more of those. Most of this is really attainable and easy to follow.
Yeah,
there's other stuff like that where I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, it's like the enduring context, because it's like the reason we're there. This episode is clear enough. It's like, oh yeah, Harrenhall is the key to, if you want to get the Riverlands on your side, that's the most centralized place to unite and rule them all and wield that power. So like we need some roots in Harrenhall. Like that part makes sense. Yeah, it's just the rest of the prior context that sometimes gets muddied.
Well, you guys let us know, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, for more names and places.